Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. This time, finally, it's time to test out a new support card for Monarchs, Unearthing of the Monarchs. I had high hopes for this card, so let's see if it's really worth it. Today, part 1, and yeah, one of the versions I use with Unearthing, and the main tribute engine, as you see here, is Serpent and Burster. So yeah, both the light and dark dragons. And I think pretty decent to replace the frog engine, so let's see some duels. My first opponent is playing zombies, yeah, vampire zombies, the new vampire support cards. I get to start decent opening hand, set the guard. I know he's playing vampires slash zombies. I think this was game 3, game 4 we had. And yeah, the better one we had today. He's just going to set one card. I think the better move here was to flip the guard, bounce back his monster, and tribute for Ryza. Yeah, if just in case he has prison or force, then it's an excellent move. Or in case he has bottomless or torrential, I still have Gores as a backup. So I think the better move here indeed was the Ryza, and it was a prison. So that was excellent. He's just going to play it passive and take a huge risk, and luckily I do play one Mobius, and I think just in case he has Starlight Road, I don't think he's able to activate it thanks to Unearthing. I think it's the same with Snatcher. Like you can put Unearthing on Shailing 2 after Shailing 1, yeah, Mobius on Shailing 1, so Starlight Road would miss timing, although I'm not sure about this. So yeah, search out, I believe I search out Snatcher, also an excellent addition to the build. He's again going to play it passively. I'm not going to attack into his face down, expecting to be Sorcerer or Pyramid Turtle, so not going to take the risk. Tribute for Chaos to target his first set card. Also activate Unearthing, he chains MST, and I chain Snatcher on Chainlink 5, pretty sweet 5 chainlinks. So Snatcher is dropped. I search out the Serpent from my deck. I cannot search a Monarch thanks to the MST. Although his Sorcerer, indeed, he had a Sorcerer set, so his Sorcerer is removed. Now I'm able to exceed, because Unearthing does have a backdraw that I cannot exceed. Luckily he did MST it, so go for message 7 and go for game. Next, my opponent is playing Mermails. My opponent wasn't the best Mermail player, as you'll see. Yeah, but still it was a fairly decent duel. So he's going to open with Diva, obviously Chain and Maxi, and yeah, obviously he's going for the Catastor, giving me some extra draws. So Maxi already paying off. I know yeah, chances are high that this set card is a sphere, so keep the Heavy Storm. There's no reason to storm just yet. Set a Spy just in case. Oh yeah, to give me fodder for next turn. So I have to Veil his Mermail, I have to Veil his Spike. He attacks with Catastro into the Spy, so I special summon the guard in defense to protect my life points, and this is pretty much perfect. Also draw the Snatcher on top of that, so I storm into the expected sphere. No worries, it also could have been a breakthrough skill or torrential tribute, which he has in his hand, so Lindis activate, special summon the Megalo, and this is perfect, so activate Unearthing, tribute for Chaos, target his Megalo, and then yeah, activate Unearthing on Shailing 2 and drop the Snatcher on Shailing 3. I know I cannot exceed, but Snatcher is also excellent just in case if I don't have Unearthing, or yeah, in case of Unearthing it's just nice, yeah, it's an extra beat stick. So attack over Catastor, attack over the Spike, and attack with Serpent directly. So in case he has Dark Hole, no worries, Serpent activates so I can search out the Burster from my deck. And this wasn't expected, he does have Gores, so yeah, I cannot exceed due to Unearthing, so I have to pass. And I think he's just going to yeah, suicide with his token into my Serpent, yeah, and attack with Gores over the Monarch. Yeah, I think that was the best thing that he could do. And he's going to set his infantry, yeah, indeed. He's not going to set his torrential. Yeah, okay. not so great draw. Like I draw into the burster, and yeah, the dragon. That's like a downside from the dragons. You play like 6 dragons, and it has the same downside like a reborn thing. You don't want to draw more of those. Like you want to search the other one. Yeah, with the first one. So special summon the serpent, attack into his face down, expecting it to be a Linde. Luckily no Linde, so it all makes this makes it more easier for me. As you see, he's probably going to Dark on my field. Serpent is going to activate, and he's going to set his torrential tribute. And normally this should always be the game, since he has to torrential my my burster. And if it does not torrential, I'm going to Chaos Burster just in case it's a sphere. And normally there, yeah, from there I should have the game. And yeah, he decides to torrential and attack with Serpent for GG. So yeah, all in all, it wasn't the best Mermail player, but yeah, it was a decent duel. Next, my opponent is playing some kind of Light Ray, Light Sworn deck. Yeah, with the Gores in hand. Also, yeah, my opening hand wasn't that set amazingly well, but just going to pause with the Gores in hand. He does the same, so I'm already expecting Gores in his hand. Now I have to set the guard, and unfortunately he does draw into his chain, I believe it's called. So he's chain, so he's able to attack over the guard. So I lose my father for a Monarch. Although he's not going to set his Heavy Storm, and he discards his Tragodia, so this tells me that the chances of him having Gores are like 100%. So let's see if he's going to drop it, attack with the Burster, and of course he has the Gores. He's going to drop it and the token in attack position. I'm not going to summon my Ryza just yet, because I do have a Gores on my own, so there's no reason to make a Monarch play this turn. I would rather keep it for next turn. And of course he does some shenanigans plays like we know from Lightstorm, like charge, Millwolf, and so on. Special summon all of his big monsters, thinking that he can attack for the game. Although he makes not a smart move, attacking with this one of his biggest monsters. So I can immediately drop the Gores and put the token in defense position. Put the Gores in attack position would deal 100 extra damage for me. So the token protects my life points. And here I was thinking for a long time, which was the better move. And I think this was the better move. Go for Catester to search out the Serpent from my deck, reborn his Tragodia, so now Tragodia is 3000 attack, and put the token in attack position. Catester activates, attack over his Light Ray, the token attacks over his Gores, and Tragodia attacks over his last Light Ray monster. Then in main phase 2, since I do have 2 bursts in hand activated to try to take control of the Wolf, but he failed, since my plan here was to exceed for my stroke with Tragodia and Wolf, but he has failure, so that's a bummer. Luckily he cannot special summon his Judgment Dragon, and you'll see, just in case he has an Honest in hand. Obviously going to bounce back the face down, search out the Serpent. I think also special summon the Serpent, and yeah, just in case he does have an Honest in hand, always attack with the Catester, since Catester immediately activates Destroy the Wolf, and he did have an Honest, so luckily I do have the Catester, and now I'm able to attack for a game, unless he has a Fader, but no Fader. So yeah, pretty sweet duel, pretty nice duel. Next, I think the last duel of the video, I'm not sure. Yeah, indeed, this is the last duel of the video. My opponent is playing Bujins, so War Gods. Again, my opening hand is okay, already opening with 2 Faders, not that great. But yeah, at that moment I didn't know what deck he was playing. He activates Duality and reveals 3 traps, so it also reveals a breakthrough skill, so yeah, I'm expecting maybe Evil Swarms? Although he sets 1 card, so that's still really questionable, don't know what he's playing. And I think again the better move here was to flip the guard to bounce back his monster, then attack for 1000 damage just in case he has bottomless, then activate Unearthing and Ryza his back row. Again, if it's a prison, if it's mirror force, his card is bounce back, and I have field presence, and if it's a bottomless or torrential, no problem, I can search out a Monarch, and yeah, with soul exchange and double fader in hand, yeah, I'm feeling pretty safe. I think now he's going to set 2 cards, yeah, and normal summon is Hetsuka, I believe it's called, the turtle from Bujins, so now I know he's playing Bujins. Luckily he's not drawing into his Yamato. I have to drop Fader to keep the pressure on the opponent now, so I think I'm, yeah, tribute the Battle Fader for Chaos to target is Hetsuka. Yeah, obviously chain the Unearthing or activate Unearthing as Chain Link too, but he has Predict True skill to protect his turtle, so that's a bit of a bummer. Although Unearthing activates to search out the Snatcher, which can play an important role later in the duel. Attack over his monster. You cannot activate its what's it called, the Honest for Bujins, since his Hetsuka is not a Beast Warrior. Yeah, he's going to set his Mirror Force, I believe, and yeah, activate Reborn. I thought he was going to exceed for Susano, but he makes strange play. He goes, yeah, he exceeds for Gem Knight Pearl, which is fine, I guess. So now Soul Exchange, yeah, a Soul Exchange with a Monarch play can do some nice damage to him. So Soul Exchange is Gem Knight, and then Tribute for Chaos. Yeah, targeting the expected compulsory, so that's why I put the Snatcher on Chain Link 4, I believe. Yeah, again, Chain Link 4. So again, Unearthing, yeah, being pretty nice. I think I already searched out like three Monarchs, or 3 tributes this duel. So all in all, pretty sweet. Snatcher protects the life points, so really nice. But now he normal summons this Mikasuchi, I believe it's called. Yeah, with all the difficult Bujin names. I have to drop the Fader to keep the pressure on. I don't have a Light in my graveyard, so I cannot special summon the Serpent just yet. Yeah, since I'm hoping that he dials into Yamato so I can failure it. Although he has a turtle in grave, so I think here the better move was to go for Mobius, not going for Chaos to target this monster, since he does have his turtle in his grave, so he will just banish his turtle to protect this monster, and in case he has the Honest in hand, or a Mirror Force or Prison set, he will just Prison or Mirror Force my Chaos. So I think the better move was go for the Mobius and hope to destroy Prison or Mirror Force, which it was, and then attack over his monster, hoping that he does not have the Bujin Honest. But sadly it does, so that's a bit of a bummer. But still, I think that was the better move. Alright, so I draw into the Chaos, and luckily Spy being nice here. Spy with his 2000 defense protecting my life points, and search out another Spy from the deck, so excellent tribute fodder, and an excellent wall against Bujins in general. Yeah, it's going to set this Mirror Force my turn again. Draw into another Monarch, so sadly no Soul Exchange or whatever. Ryza one of his back rows, since he again does have his turtle in his grave, so if I target this Mikasuchi, he will just banish his turtle. So I'm hoping that I target like again the Prison, the Mirror Force. So I take over his monster. He's not going to activate his Mirror Force, so a bit sneaky, but we know he has the Advent set. So now he's going to make Susano, which I have to Valor. So finally I do get a Light in my grave. So Valor negates Susano, is not able to search a Bujin from his deck. He's going to banish his, I forgot his name, to destroy my Ryza. Attack over the Spy. So that puts him in a nice position. Although I have, luckily I finally have a Light in my graveyard, so I can special summon the Serpent. And yeah, immediately going to tribute for Chaos. There's no reason to target his Susano, since he does have his turtle in his graveyard, so we'll just banish it. Yeah, to protect this Susano. And here I take the risk. I can smell that he has a Mirror Force set, so I hope that I hit the Mirror Force. I choose the card that I first bounced back last turn, since it wasn't chainable, so the chance of it being Mirror Force was pretty high. But it was a Starlight Road, and of course I missed the Mirror Force. But yeah, no problem, since I do have the Burster, the special summon it in defensive position. And yeah, finally he draws into his Yamato, and this is going to be really important, since now he can attack over my Serpent or my Burster, and attack with Yamato directly, and he's able to search out this his Bujin Honest. And now Yamato activates, sending another turtle to the graveyard, so he's pretty much set up, since I cannot drop Ryza or Chaos to banish one of his monsters, since they're both Beast Warrior, and yeah, the turtle will just negate my Monarch's effect. And yeah, with the Bujin Honest in hand, he will just destroy my Monarch if I attack. And here is where Testalos comes in really handy, since I can discard this Bujin Honest, Harakiri or whatever it's called, and now yeah, I can Suicide Crash both my monsters into his monster. So I think that was the best thing I could do at that moment. He activates Duality, I think is going to get another Bujin. Yeah, indeed, and he's going to attack 419, I believe. So yeah, I was feeling pretty safe. I think he wasn't able to go for a game even with Monster Reborn. Yeah, so my turn, and this is actually perfect. Special summon the Burster, tributed for Ryza. I know he has a turtle in grave. Maybe I could have bounced my my Unearthing, since then I would have been able to end with Messer 7 or maybe Bouncer for some extra protection. But yeah, it didn't really matter. I don't think I could make game this turn, since also Gagaga Cowboy wasn't an option, since I cannot exceed thanks to Unearthing. So his turn, and yeah, he's going to top deck a useless Prison. So all in all, I think pretty decent, or yeah, pretty good duels. Off to the deck list. I'm pretty happy with the build. It's definitely not top tier, and it hardly can compete with the current top tier decks. Mainly looking at, yes, obviously Spellbooks and Elemental Dragons. Those decks are on another league. The deck is slow, so hopefully with all the new decks that are coming out, which are a bit slower than the current decks, and with the new decks, I mean decks like Ghost Tricks or Bujins, I hope Konami is going to slow down the format. In the side deck there are a few extra cards that you can run, and mainly I'm looking here at Enemy Controller, Blackluster Soldier, also an option, and Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer also a level 6, so it opens up some Exceed plays with your Monarch. Yeah, now the main question, is this kind of deck better than Frog Monarchs? So is Unearthing of the Monarchs really worth it? I came to the conclusion that this kind of Chaos deck it's not better than Frog Monarchs. Frog Monarchs is definitely far better than this kind of deck. It's also more reliable than this. Yeah, although this is something new, something refreshing. So I can only suggest to definitely give this kind of deck a try. Guys, thanks for watching, and check in for part 2 with another version of Unearthing Monarchs, probably later this week. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Elite signing out. Peace.